Pods, first off, is there an update on Roy Sloane's condition at the moment?
Players just got in, but yeah, I don't have an update right now, but he'll go through the standard protocol throughout the week.
With only a 6-day break, there's got to be some doubt that he'll be right for Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, when you get concussed, there's always doubt whether it's an 8-day break or a 10-day break. So our medical staff are pretty good at going through the protocol, and if he gets through that and they're confident, we'll play him.
What is the protocol?
He does a what's the test called? I don't know. What the test. Yeah, I know the concussion test, but there's like specific tests they do, some memory testing and stuff. So he'll do that today. He'll do it, I think, on Wednesday and Thursday, and even potentially the day of the game, I think.
So I suppose you'd name him and then see how he goes Friday morning?
I'm not sure. Well, yeah, if he's not right, you're not going to name him. But
Podsy, was it spoken about after the game about his initial reluctance to want to go off the ground, and then you saw a few players come over and say, listen to what the medical boys are saying. Did Don or any of the coaches speak to the group about that and what has to happen in that instance?
Not as yet. As I said, they've just come in, but that's probably just Sloane's competitive beast really wanting to stay out in the ground, really. But I think our medical staff handled it as best they could when you get a guy that wants to stay out in the ground. Yeah, we did get him off and iced him for the rest of the game.
Do you think players realise how serious this concussion can be, or in the
yeah,
just not with it?
No, they definitely do realise how serious it is. I mean, the AFL, not only our club, but the AFL do a lot of education around concussion, and it's a pretty hot topic. It's been a hot topic for the last couple of years. So the players definitely know that the protocol that they've got to stick to during the game, but also during the week, has to be quite diligent for their long-term benefits as well. So
I suppose you would also, given that Sam Shaw basically had his career, cut short by concussion recently.
Yeah, but there's other players there in the comp that have that as well, and I can't really comment on exactly the details of the Sam Shaw stuff or other players in the comp. But as I said, I think the AFL and our club do a pretty good job, and other clubs do a great job on realising it's a pretty critical issue for the long-term well-being of players. So it's all pretty well done.
And Jake Lever, is there any update on him?
Yeah, he would get a scan today, but he just experienced some tightness in that hammy that he's had some issues with for the past. So from a coaching perspective and our fitness staff perspective, it's more a precautionary thing. So we see how he pulls up next couple of days.
Just outside of the injuries, what sort of physical toll did it take on the players? Kilograms lost and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think we prepared for it pre-game pretty well with our conditioning staff. I mean, there was probably a little bit of acclimatisation to be done when we were up there with the heat, but I thought we actually ran the game out pretty well. Our players, as in general, the next day at recovery, they seemed in pretty good spirits and pretty good energy. So it's hard to tell what the long-term stuff is, but short-term it's been pretty good.
So a pretty light week on the track anyway?
Yeah, 6-day break. I mean, our 6-day break protocol's a little bit like that anyway. I'm not sure whether the heat stuff will change a little bit. I think we're doing a bit more extra recovery today. Our fitness staff will organise some stuff there as well, but other than that, it's pretty similar.
Does it make, clearly, it makes the task on Friday night even harder?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Geelong are coming off a 6-day break as well. I don't think the heat should. I don't think it has in the past.
When you say extra recovery, like pool sessions, or what sort of stuff does that entail?
Yeah, pool sessions. Yeah, the number one thing when it comes to recovery is sleep. So we're really big on educating our players on if they get a chance to get an extra nap in during the day or an extra sleep session, if you like to call it that, on their day off. That's pretty important, especially with these 6-day breaks. But I think we handle that pretty well.
James, how did you see Daniel Talia's game on the weekend? Seems like he's been building, and Lever and that got a fair bit of spotlight early, but he was important on the weekend.
Yeah, I thought I think Daniel's last probably 4 to 6 weeks has been really strong in the contest. I think the first quarter on the weekend, I mean, we gave up a fair few inside 50s, and a lot of them went towards Tales, and I thought he handled himself really well in the end. Some of his spoiling and his body work was, in particular, was quite good. So yeah, he's in some pretty good form.
You embrace the build-up for what looks likely to be the game of the season?
Yeah, externally, I think absolutely. I mean, it's great for footy, 1v2, Friday night footy. I mean, you couldn't schedule any better. I reckon Channel 7, Theo would be pretty wrapped with that, to be honest. And externally, we know that a lot of people watch Friday night footy, so I think it's great for that. And internally, I think from us, we'll be playing another side that is pretty hungry on making finals and playing in finals and winning finals, and so are we. And I think it's a great learning opportunity, whatever the result will be.
Does the past record count at all? Not being able to get over the Cats since Pikey's been here?
No, well, Pikey's only been here 2 year and a half, so it's not that long. But no, I don't think it does. I think we're playing a little bit differently than what we were last time we played them, and so are they. So we'll have a look at them pretty closely this week, but I don't think it will.
Pods, what did you make of Kane Corns' comments that Patrick Dangerfield, when he was at the Crows, was told by Crows players to pull his head in, that he exaggerated injuries? And obviously you were a teammate of Danger's when he was at the club. Yep,
I'll let Kane Corns speak for himself, but I wasn't one of those players that said that, so I can't really comment on that.
So there were players that said that to Danger then?
Well, Kane said there was, so I'm saying I wasn't one of them. I didn't hear that, so yeah.
So what has to change to beat Geelong from the last time you met?
Sorry?
What has to change from the last time?
Well, I think it was pretty clear last time we played and we got beaten around the contest. So that was definitely a thing that we'll focus on going forward. I mean, they're another side that's second on the ladder. We're first on the ladder, but last time we played them, I think we got beaten around the contest, which is going to be important going forward.
Dangerfield rocked up to Geelong training in a moon boot this morning. Has it needed any more focus? How much of a build-up will there be on this game? Especially with Dangerfield's potential injury. Yeah,
I mean, I'll let you guys build it up, and so you should. I mean, it's first versus second, Friday night footy, and you should build it up. But from our perspective, I mean, he's a quality player. I think that medical staff at all clubs do what they need to do to get players up for games, and I'd expect him to play.
Is there a change in mindset in players, even coaches, Friday night 1v2 to maybe a Sunday afternoon? Josh Jenkins has spoken about that he loves the build-up and how big events are for players. What's the change in mindset like?
Yeah, as a player, I did as well. Like, I think that playing Friday night footy, that there's a bit more people watching than playing on a Sunday, so you might get yourself up a little bit more. But from a coaching perspective, I don't think you really delve into the emotion too much. I think it's more about what we're trying to get from a framework perspective and what we're trying to execute from a fundamental point of view, rather than the emotion of the night and who we're playing.
Players are experienced. I mean, is there a challenge at all to maybe calm them down a little bit, or just make sure that they're in check emotionally where they need to be?
Yeah, I think as a coach, you sometimes try and I think look at that too deeply. Like in a game, you walk up to a game, you might think, oh, they're too charged up here, and they come out and they're actually quite calm, and they play well. And sometimes you might think that they're really flat and they come out with a fast start. So it's hard to say, and sometimes you sort of can overcoach it. So I don't think we should.
Pods, what did you make of Dangerfield's performance in kicking 5 goals on one leg? It feels pretty remarkable on Saturday.
Well, 5 goals in this day and age in AFL, I don't think he had 10 shots on goal is pretty good. But he's a quality player, so I don't see it as a surprise.